So what are we really witnessing in the Middle East today? Is it another crisis or something more structural? It's beginning to look like a transition. The region is no longer operating under a single US imposed order. When Donald Trump signals that he's not pursuing regime change, questions the need for America alone to secure the Strait of Hormuz, and keeps the options of walking away, it suggests a shift. Not withdrawal, but a recalibration. Less ownership, more leverage, and a deliberate sharing of risk. If the US is recalibrating, then what is the strategy that replaces direct control? It appears to be one of the managed pressures. Rather than seeking decisive outcomes, the approach is to periodically degrade adversaries, keeping Iran constrained without triggering full-scale war. This mowing the lawn logic aligns perhaps uncomfortably with Gulf preferences. Limit Iran's rise, but avoid a regional inferno. Stability is no longer the objective, controlled instability is. Yet, this raises a deeper question. If instability is being managed, why does it feel like it is expanding? The answer lies in how Iran is responding. By signaling it can strike states hosting US forces, particularly the United Arab Emirates, Tehran is broadening battlefield. It is no longer a contained contest. Instead, it becomes a distributed one, where costs are shared across the region. This is not escalation for its own sake. It is a way of reshaping deterrence by making alignment itself risky. That in turn places Gulf states in a more complex position than before. They still rely on US security, but the price of that security is rising. The old compact protection in exchange for alignment is weakening. What replaces is uncertainty, hedging strategies, quieter diplomacy, and a greater willingness to absorb ambiguity rather than choose sides outright. When Sergei Lavrov in his recent talk on media speaks of a new world order, he is pointing to this very diffusion of power. The Middle East is no longer governed by a single stabilizer. The US remains militarily dominant but less willing to underwrite order alone. Russia inserts itself as a political counterweight, while China maintains economic depth without matching it militarily. The result is not equilibrium, but a negotiated and constantly shifting balance. But this transformation does not stay confined to the region. It spills outward, most visibly into Europe. Already burdened by the Ukraine war, Europe now faces a volatile southern flank. Instability in the Middle East feeds refugee flows, and those flows reshape domestic politics. Right-wing movements gain traction, borders harden, and security debate intensify. What begins as an external disorder gradually becomes internal pressure. Europe is not just observing Middle East instability, it is being politically reshaped by it. Even within the region, attention is being redistributed. The escalation involving Iran has diluted focus on the Gaza Strip, folding it into wider strategic context. Conflicts that once appeared separate are now interconnected, competing for attention, legitimacy, and response. This diffusion of focus further reinforces the sense of a system in flux rather than resolution. So where does this all lead? Not toward peace in the traditional sense, but towards a new pattern. The Middle East is not stabilizing, it is entering a phase where instability is managed, shared, and periodically enforced. And because that instability travels through energy markets, migration, and politics, it is no longer just a regional condition. It is becoming a defining force in shaping Europe's future as well.